If we compare historical characters with the heroes of our time, then the obvious comparison for Khabib is the warrior of ancient Greek mythology, Achilles. But the difference between them is that Achilles has a vulnerable spot and Khabib did not. Unlike many great fighters of the past era and the current one, Khabib never gave a reason to doubt himself, and even in the difficult situations he managed to live without any problems. In addition to the fact that Khabib has never been knocked down and lost only 2 rounds in 29 fights, the most stunning fact is that, in such a dangerous sport, no one was able to shed his blood.
Next time they shine your light in the sky, don't go to it. The bat is dead. Bury it. Consider this mercy.
Tell me. Do you bleed?
In other words, no one has ever been able to find a kryptonite. Having in his arsenal the most diverse wrestling, excellent functional training, and iron discipline, it is not difficult to guess what will happen next. There is another distinctive feature about Khabib that many of you might not have noticed. Khabib is probably the only one fighter who does not sit on the chair after the end of the round. It is hard to imagine that after a 5-minute round at the highest level, a person does not allow himself to rest completely. In the fight with Justin Gage, Tony Ferguson also tried to copy Khabib's behavior, but after a couple of low kicks he thought it was a bad idea. As for the concept of fighting, we will take the example of the 3 main fights in Khabib's career. 3 title defenses against Conor, Dustin, and Justin. If we compare the striking technique of Khabib at the beginning of his career and now, we will see a huge difference. For example, of his last fight, Khabib spent almost the entire round in a stand against the most dangerous striker in the lightweight division, and beat him on punches. Due to the constant pressure and the threat of takedown, Justin was forced to step back, and so, by the end of round 1, Gage was already exhausted, and the case was moving towards its logical conclusion. With Conor, the plan for the fight was the most obvious, but difficult to execute. Since the first round is a formidable weapon for Conor, the best solution is to take all the energy and suppress the desire to press as much as possible. Therefore, by the end of round 1, he was already exhausted, which means lost power on his hands. But as it turned out of all 3 contenders, Poirier was the most dangerous, since he has the best endurance, very quick hands, and good jiu-jitsu. And that's why he had a 1 moment in round 2, and choke attempt in round 3. Poirier is only one of the contenders who had some chance against Khabib, because he, like Khabib, is good in all aspects of the fight, but only on his own way. Summing up all of the above, we can say that Khabib's plan on paper is ideal for a fighter of the UFC. Since you take no damage, you control your opponent both in the stance and on the ground. You decide to end the fight right now or fight to the end, but to make it reality as Khabib did, you need to go through the hell that Khabib and his father went through on the way to his dream. Write below what do you think about this. Do not forget to subscribe and like this video. See you next time.